Hi guys, my name is Mohamad Ammar bin Haisham. I'm from 5 Jahit from the School of Sekolah Selatan located in the district of Batang Padang. The code of my school is ABA0118. During my free time, I really love reading. Today, I would like to share you my second most favorite book. The title of the book that I want to share with you today is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Old School. The author of this book is Jeff Kinney. The publisher is Puffin Books. The characters are Greg, Manny, Roderick, Susan Heffley, Frank Heffley, Mr. Jefferson, and Rowley Jefferson. The story of this book is about a town closing in on the new technology and going back to the technology of the 1900s. The past is the past. It is dead. Or at least that's what Greg wants. But his mom thinks otherwise. His mom, Susan Heffley, is making the whole town, aka the entirety of Surrey Street, to go unplugged to reconnect with the outside world, just like in the year of the 1900s. But Greg and the other kids aren't ready to let go of their gizmos, the gadgets, iPhones, and laptops. So, to make Greg a little bit more familiar with this era of time, Greg's dad decides to make him and Rowley a lemonade stand as a tradition during the 1900s of making a little bit of money. But since Greg, he enrolls in a summer camp program to deplete all his problems of the 1900s. Little did he know, it just doubled his problems because folklore that his dad made, bugs that are everywhere in the forest, and trouble are waiting for him at the summer camp. So, will Greg survive the elden days of the 1900s, or is he just too wimpy to survive? Okay. Let me explain the story in a little bit more detail. Greg's mother, Susan Heffley, misses the good old days of the 1900s, aka her childhood when she was age 9, 10, 11, 12. And she's not the only one though. Every adult in Surrey Street also misses the days of the old times of the 1900s. But Greg and the other kids aren't born in like 1956 or something, and they are not ready for the major differences between these two different eras, because they are centuries apart. Such as the difference is pixelated video games. Back in the day, kids didn't watch YouTube. They watched Tom and Jerry on the TV. And back in the day, the TV colors were only black and white. And if you were lucky to get a rare multicolored TV, you were considered famous in that area. And there were no smartphones or iPods or AirPods or anything sort of like that. It was all old school technology. So, to comfort Greg with the becoming of his town turning into the 1900s again, his dad, Frank Heffley, had decided to make him a lemonade stand to make him some money, comfortable, and more familiar with the era of the 1900s. And his mom, Susan Heffley, wants him to enroll in a summer camp, which enhances the province of the 1900s. But since Greg doesn't want to go there because he thinks he'll double his problems. But one day, he decides to take the chance and think that he'll delete all of his problems with the 1900s. But no, it doubles, possibly triples them. Because apparently, trouble is both waiting and brewing in the area of the summer camp. Because his dad, Frank Heffley, actually used to go to Hart Scrabble Farm campsite because he used to go to the same school as Greg. But back in the day, it wasn't so same because back in the day, there was only one way of going to the toilet. That is one small outhouse and only can fit one person at a time. But then his dad found an old shed that had the necessities of normal people. So to hide the shit from ever becoming popular, he decided to make his own folklore about a farmer named Snila who got kicked out of his farm by the county and now is believed to be dead and roaming the jungle by becoming a ghost known as Snila Scratch. So, will Greg actually survive the 1900s? You can find that out in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid Old School. The moral of the story is, don't always just watch your phone in today's news. Sometimes connect with the 1900s and go outside and explore. I really like this book because of the morals and is enjoyable and funny. That's all for today. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.